Alright guys, so playing around with the radio today. I took a few pictures that I actually was able to feed my GPS antenna through that center speaker hole all the way down to here, so I should hopefully get a little bit of signal. I've also fed through the 3G and Wi-Fi connector, so I can have that thing lying up there, so I don't have to hook up my phone as a hotspot every single time. But mostly important, I did this. And right now it's just connected to a constant 12 volt, but if I just click it right here, you'll see that I get my reverse camera. There you go. So it's also working. Once I hook it up to the 12 volt power from the reverse lamps or backup lights, then it will only turn on and only power up when I put the car in reverse. Now I haven't really tested it yet because it's really just loosely connected, but what I did find is that the lines that did not move when I turned the steering wheel, I don't know if there's some setting or if it's just really for well, help. But online I saw a video of someone having installed this head unit with the reverse camera and the lines were moving, so I'll see if I can figure something out. This is the camera I bought. It's like $18 or something on eBay. I'll post a link later. But the plan is to somehow, I took the panel off here. It's just one screw in there, a T20. Took it out here. My plan is to feed the camera from in the hatch here, through there, in here of course, and through that little wire clip holder here, in there somewhere. Hook it up to the reverse light and then feed the wire all the way through there, I think through to the head unit up there. But I'll keep you posted on the process as we move along. And obviously the camera will be mounted in the back here, probably up here. I don't know if you can see it, but there's the license plate light, and then next to it, and this is just plastic, so I'm gonna have to drill a tiny hole here and then mount the camera like this up here. So I took out the the mini-minis, not mini-mini, but there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 screws here. And it actually turns out that that's holding the whole panel here. So now I can access the wiring harness down here with the camera that will sit right around here or something. And then feed it through the wire loom there, all the way through. Probably leave the wires loose for now, but I wanted to at least get the camera installed today. So the idea is that here, simply, see, we have the two license plate lights and the door for the or the button for the opening here, but then drill a tiny hole here and feed the wires through here. It really is just plastic back here, and like I said, it's a tiny hole, the size of that one there, which will then allow me to screw the camera on, and hopefully that will all work out fine. So marked up the hole where I want the camera to be. Yeah, there's a little dot there. But thinking about it, I could maybe actually mount it here, but then I think it will cover the license plate holder and I can't get the screws out if I want to change the license plate, so I'm going to leave it out on the side. But I actually changed my mind. I'm going to leave it on this side, on the right side of the car. Being in America, we drive on the right side. But then if I put it in reverse, I think you can maybe see better see the curb instead of it over there. So I'm going to change the mark and move it over here. So marked up the hole, put a little masking tape on it so I don't splinter the panel. A little nerve-wracking drilling in a brand new car, but it is just a plastic panel, and should I regret this or if it crashes and burns in a year or something, just put a little silicone in the hole and then that's tight. I measured the camera with a little measuring tool here, and it looks to be a 1/4 inch drill. So I'll do that. I'm going a little lower on the size and I can always put a bigger drill in. So I'll return once the hole is drilled and the camera has been mounted. And there you have it. The camera is now mounted. Looks pretty, I would say, almost original. Remember to use the good old tip, measure twice, cut once, which I did. And drilling through this panel here is like butter, so it takes literally 1 second. Wires coming out here. I'm gonna then connect it to the other piece of the wire, which is lying here. The other end, where is it? Here, this one here, and then put it back on the car and see if I can close up the trunk. So at least that part is done for now. So this is the one that plugs into the head unit, and this one plugs into also the head unit. There's a little wire called back car or something like that. It's very long, so of course it can reach from the back all the way to the front. And what I've done is I've fed it through now the hole here, there, through here. That was a little bit of a pain because that yellow thing, which is also in the other end of the cable, was thicker than the actual rubber boot here, but I made it fit anyway. It comes through here and it goes through there. And if I can close the hatch a little, just remove the wire, then you have it hanging out here now. I need to shorten it a little or just pull in it. This is the other end that will then connect to the camera itself here. And I will then make some extensions for these power cables because I'm not sure they're going to go all the way to the tail light as I needed to, or to the backup light. If I have to do that, I'm going to use some red and black wire and simply just crimp it together. You could solder it for a more permanent thing, but this will definitely last at least for all the years I'm going to own the car. So the camera is mounted here and the wires are going up here into this loom of wiring I have. I ended up soldering them together, negative here and positive somewhere else there. They go up into the hole here, through the trunk, coming out. They're inside this one here now, they're coming out here. And then they lie inside of this. They will be lying, they're lying right there. They go in there, and then they're coming out of a hole behind this panel here. And obviously I'm going to mount it to the backup light or reverse light. Everything else is ready now, so I'm just going to close this one. I'm going to put the plastic cover back on so I can close this part of the vehicle. And that's it for now. Took out the tail light cluster here, it's lying here, just to find out where this one here, which is the reverse light, when that lights up, and to find out where I can get the power from. So following these around here, there are 6 connectors here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that corresponds with 6 connectors down there, if you can see it. I just wrote here which ones are 1. I learned that the last one here is the reverse light, and the third one here is the ground. So corresponding to the wire hanging on the car, I can then tap into that wire loom there and get the power for the reverse camera. So I took off the tail light cluster and I spliced the wires here. Could have been done better by soldering, but this time I spliced them. Note there are 2 screws to get the tail light cluster off there, and then these clips over here, and you just pull gently and the whole thing comes out. So the camera is installed now. The wiring to the tail light or the reverse light, backup light, has been connected, and the car is running. So I'm going to put this in reverse now, and you'll see that the screen switches now to the video camera. The lines still they do not move, but I can live without that. The most important part is that you can actually see the bumper down there, and that means, of course, that you can make these ultra small parkings. Played around with the head unit a little, and if I go to my settings and I go extra settings, there are actually here reversing cross mirror, whatever that is, reversing volume, rear view ruler, and reversing trajectory display. And when I put that on and I put it in reverse, I actually get now double lines, and I don't know if you can see the small ones, they are moving when I turn the wheel here. So there's definitely some connection and torque, but the lines itself, the green, red and yellow, they don't move like I've seen in other rear view cameras. But anyway, whatever. It's fantastic that I can actually park it in my garage now together with my other car without getting in and out of the car 10 times. And this is what it's all about. Getting in here in this 1-car garage, where it actually fits 2 cars now because of the smart car. Look at this beautiful image. And if anybody wonders, that's a 71 Jeep DJ5, a postal Jeep, which I'm restoring. Close, 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 close. There. Almost touching, and I don't have to get out and see if I'm parked correctly. Fantastic.